Alright, great peoples. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back to another update. Let's get right on into it. As you can see, we almost cleared that whole bottom half. So we were able to advance pretty well. Now as you can see, I'm going after Roper Gulf at this point. And the reason being is because once Roper Gulf and Port McGuire begin to, if you look at the last video, they were going at it, and that's what I tend to wait on. I let other people get their fight on, and if they don't know how to protect themselves, if they don't know how to like I said, guard their borders, then yes, there's an opportunity for me to go on in and invade. And so I went ahead and took the opportunity to help Port McGuire at this point because it made sense to do it. Again, my goal is to get Australia. So if that's my ultimate goal, is to get Australia, well, why not go ahead and help Port McGuire get rid of one of the largest nations on the continent at this point, which is Roper Gulf. And I had my eye on Roper Gulf the whole time because he was up there in the north and I'm in the south, and at some point I knew I was going to have to deal with Roper Gulf. So I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and go at him now while he's in the middle of this battle. So as you can see, he's over here. Another thing, guys, when it comes to your artillery, your boats, your rail guns, your battleships, you need to know the range. You need to know that artillery guns, this guy right here, he has more range than that guy, than your cruisers. So you don't want to go head to head with a artillery in a cruiser, because you'll just be sitting there and I'll be firing on you. So that's number one. As you can see down here with those two cruisers, I just pulled back a bit so he can't hit my cars, but we're getting ready to take that province as well. And actually, guys, I'm at war with Port McGuire as well. But as you can see, he only has one other province here. And so that's how I make my moves, guys. I was strategic enough to wait till these guys weaken themselves up, trying to fight in the center. And that's when I moved my troops in to take Roper Gulf on. And I probably came in right in between some of their battles to go ahead and take advantage of that. I got rid of Sydney down here in the south. He's no longer in the game. I got my airplanes. I got 7 bombers now, guys. So as time goes on, this is how you build your airplanes. You see me go from building 1 to having 2 to having 3. Now I got 7. And at this stage in the game, 7 airplanes is a lot. That's a very, very good advantage to have. But you have to build them early, like I said. But the goal is, guys, to keep my border. As you notice, I keep the border. I keep somebody where my borders are always intact. You never go where you can't protect your borders. Well, let me just show you this, guys. You also have to know what's going on around you. So that's why sometimes I try to see what's coming from the north, especially from Asia. But I got a real trick for these guys this game. It's going to be something I do differently than I did last time when I tried to conquer Australia. And I really want you guys to check it out. You're going to get a kick out of it. It's going to be, I'm telling you, you have not seen nothing like this yet. You haven't. So I'm going to do something totally different on this game that I have never done. You guys are going to get to see it live and in person. So let's get this map current. I want to get this map current so you can see exactly where we're at today. And I want to get you guys caught up. But this map right here, guys, is going to get nuts. I'm telling you now. It's going to get nuts. And I have a good idea how I'm going to do what I do. I just have to put all the pieces together. Now, as far as the next map, which will be after this map, this is the only map I'm playing right now, is this one right here. So I'm putting my energy and my focus and my resources into this map because I want this to be another good map. I got 3 good maps that I've already finished that if you haven't seen it, go and check them out. From the solo game I played, it says Solo Victory, to go to the one called Vengeance is Mine. Go to that one. And there was one before that. I didn't give it a name. I'm gonna actually label that playlist a name, so you can go back to those and check them out. And then it'll be this one here. So I want to really do a good job on this one, so we can keep this one in the archives and we can study it later. But the next map I do, again, this will be a interactive map where I let you guys that have been following the channel, guys that have been supporting the channel by just commenting and liking and just letting me know you enjoy the videos. You guys will get first dib. I know who you are. I know who you are. I know who's been commenting. I know who's been giving me feedback. And I know who's been paying attention. So for you guys who've been interactive on the channel, who've been following the channel, you get an opportunity to play with me in the game. It's not going to be like anybody else is doing it. The way I do it, I'm going to put a lot of thought into it. It's going to be creative. It's going to be fun. This is a fun game. So I want to do something that it can be fun. It's not, anything you start off may be a little bit, a little difficult, a little challenging, but I think we'll work through that and get to the fun part. So I want to build a good, strong team, and we will feature everybody on YouTube that's on that team. So it won't just be me showing my nation and what I'm doing. I want to show what everybody's doing, and I want to show that's on a team. And I want to show it how everybody is contributing, and I want to show the goal. And I don't have to be the leader. I will be checking people's experience level and things of that nature. If there's somebody that's more qualified than me, they'll be the leader. They'll take the head. But that's the goal. So I want to get a good team going so we can really, because I've shown what I can do, but now I want to break it down and show what a good team effort looks like we did in the last video once cams was banned. But I want to show that throughout the whole map from day one, how a good team can work together and win the map. So you guys will get that opportunity to do that if you're interested in that. And I will continue to put out more criteria for that map. For example, I will not say, oh, somebody can't be a part of this team because they don't have the experience. I decided not to do that because you don't have to be that experienced to be a great player. You just have to be willing to learn and know that there's a lot of things you need to know what every single last one of these buttons do. So Guys have been asking for tutorials and whatnot. I kind of feel like my videos are a tutorial in a way, but I think what people want is a more in-depth analysis and breakdown, and I can do that. But that you got to also understand that will require time, um, energy, effort, and it probably will require more editing, because when you do it that way, you have to stop and really look at certain things and really break it down. So that may not be something I can do right now, but that will be something I will add to the channel. But I like to think that my videos are a tutorial in itself. If I do a whole map, which I haven't seen anyone do, if I do a whole map of a map in which I show you how I play it from day one to the end, and then I'll allow you to ask me any questions that you may have, I think that, should help anybody become a better player. So I'm not trying to hold people's hand. If you can't figure some basic things out, then maybe this ain't the game for you. Like I said, I'm not here to hold anybody. I'm here to help people who, when they get on this game, they catch the bug and they get hooked and they just want more information, but they're not looking for me to hold their hand. They want to learn on their own. This is a game I had to learn on my own because I wanted to learn. You got to want to learn. You got to want to get your game up. You got to be invested in the game enough to do that. Otherwise, there's no need in wasting your time. So, cover my borders. We're going to get that from in the middle right here. We're going to get that from over here. And then once we get these last three out of my inside of my nation, this would be a good opportunity to just lock it on in and then push through on roper golf. So I'm glad I've already engaged with roper golf, because now I can kind of just work through, because nobody else is a threat. Nobody else is a threat. And I've left the coalition, so I'm no longer a part of any coalition. So right now what I'm looking at is, because of the size that I am and how large I've become on the continent, now I have to look at all of these other guys trying to team up, because they probably see, well, this guy is a threat. He wiping us all out. And so my main concern is that all these guys will get smart and team up. If they don't, and they have a limited amount of time, that's something they would have to hurry up and try to figure out and do. Other than that, within a week or two, I should have, maybe 3 weeks, unless there's another invader that comes in, I should have this entire continent if I play the game right and I play the game smart. So just want you to see everything that's going on here, so you'll see what the goal is and how I tend to play the game. Sometimes you gotta zoom out and just look at the whole map and study it. Because when you look at the whole map, now you can kind of see where you want to kind of push or where you want to move. Of course, you got to know what's going on the ground, but by zooming out like the way I am now, you just really get to kind of see, your progress and how you want to set up your borders. All right, so stay tuned, guys, and I'll be right back with another video.